All right, welcome to Black and White on Monday night. We're here once again for the third week in a row with Tyler. So, and then today's going to be conspiracy theories?
Yeah,
Or
conspiracies
space,
and whatnot.
aliens?
Yeah, alien. Oh, yeah, we were going to do aliens
I think
first.
we're going to do this into a two-part.
Yeah.
Probably a two-part.
Everything you know about every day. Black and white on Monday night. Black and white on Monday night. Black and white on Monday night. Black and white on Monday night.
Oh, my Lord.
All right, and so we are going to... what do you want to do? You want to do conspiracy theories first? Because both of them are going to go a while.
We can do aliens first because we were already talking about it before the show started.
Okay. So, for starters, do you think aliens are real / exist / could be? What's your general thought on life outside of Earth?
Well, okay, I'm a really, I think very logically. I don't put a lot of emotion and opinions and whatnot. I'm a very facts-based person. And just looking at the facts of things, it's hard to say that they're not. Because if you think about it, we are one planet in one star in one galaxy surrounded by just a vast...
Millions of other stars.
Millions of billions of quadrillions of other planets.
Planets and stars and solar systems.
And there's just, I think it's really hard for me to think. And
we are the only
Exactly.
living. Maybe it's like not another human society. Maybe it's not like another alien from Alien.
Like
versus
we
Predator.
think of aliens. Yeah, maybe they look similar
to us. The
to
gray
us.
people with the big eyes and whatever. I mean, it could be any living thing.
Exactly. I just think, and I'm a Christian, so I believe God made us and all that. But it's hard to think that even if God did create us, he would only create us. Or when he created the galaxy, that, something couldn't come from him creating the universe.
Well, before we move on, let me ask you this. Do you think Earth is a prison?
A prison?
Mm-hmm. There's a theory of that going around. That because we suffer on Earth all the time. Mm-hmm. The heat and the cold and the famine and the too much and the not enough and
Natural disasters, yeah.
And just for something, as you said, as a Christian, that was created, the Creator created.
Yeah.
Why would we have this much struggle if it wasn't a prison? Like maybe the Earth or the world he did, Eden. When we sinned and got kicked out of Eden, and maybe Earth became the prison. Because if you think about it, out of everything on Earth, humans are the only different thing on Earth.
Yeah.
When you look at tigers, male and female tigers are exactly the same. Pandas, spiders, snakes. I mean, there's different varieties, obviously.
Yeah.
But they look the same. They do the same thing. They all humans are the only.
We don't have another. We have a species of like human, I guess you could say, but we don't have branched off humans. Like monkeys have, the monkey species, but then you've got orangutans and gorillas and baboons and whatnot. I see what you mean. As humans, we're the only ones. There's not other versions of humans. And with the prison thing, I don't know if I'd say it's a prison. I'd say it's more of a
like a castaway, I guess. Maybe not a prison, but
almost
cast out.
Like we are cast. Well, we are cast out. I mean, when we're born separated. Not to get Bible thumper in here, but when we're born, we are born separated, and so we have to work to make that connection back, so that when we do pass on, we do get the eternal life in heaven, and all of our heavenly stuff. Yeah,
whatever.
But I could see people saying it's a prison, but I wouldn't.
What's that one movie where it was a Maze Runner?
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
So, if you think about it in a simple term, you think about it, there's the hierarchy, the people that were running the maze.
Yeah.
And then they took people, one a month or whatever, put them into the prison or the cast out, where they had everything they needed. You know,
Yeah.
they had food, they had trees, they could farm. They do everything that we're doing inside of a maze. But if they leave the maze, like maybe an ice wall, then there's more
Shit goes bad. There's the monsters and there's the walls that close in on them. Yeah.
But do you think that could be a theory of some sort? Because
I could see that, but I just don't understand. I don't think, like, are you saying like Earth would be like a human-run prison, or as in God has trapped us here? Because I could see people saying God trapped us here, because he kind of, I mean, he hasn't trapped us. We're the ones that fucked up.
Yeah,
we're the reason that
I
we're
wouldn't
stuck
say
like
I wouldn't
this,
say like
but
God trapped us, but I think that if you want to go the biblical route, that when Adam and Eve got cast out of heaven, Eden, wherever you want to call not Earth, they when they got cast out thousands of years ago, that we went to Earth, to prison Earth.
wait, so you think that the Garden of Eden was like
I think it's separate from us.
Okay, see,
I don't think it's on Earth.
Okay, see, this is where I was getting mixed up. I believe that the Garden of Eden was on Earth, because when you read through the scripture, he created the heavens and the earth, and then when he made Earth, he was, let there be light, yada yada, all that. I can't say it verse
but also
for
out
verse.
of all the things that we've done, we've found things from the Bible all over the world. The river that got split, so Moses could go through and husband, and they found chariots at the bottom of that ocean or whatever it is, the sea, Red Sea, is that what it was?
Yeah. He part of the. I believe it was that one.
So when Moses split the seas so they could escape, they found chariot wheels and stuff and all that. So we're finding things from the Bible which make it true, because we're finding them. They like people aren't putting wood in an ocean,
nobody's
waiting
doing
2,000 years and saying, "Oh, look what I found, guys!"
Exactly. Yeah, that's just not even probable.
But when they talk about the Garden of Eden, they say the Bible says. I guess we're going Bible this episode, but
Yeah.
but it said it was fed by four rivers, which the only part of the earth that four rivers run into is at the North Pole. But
but that could also add up. If you think about it, the earth was so different back when it was first created.
it probably wouldn't have frozen like it is now.
I mean, there's so many biblical scientists that back that up, that back then we had, the air was 50% more oxygen. I mean, back then maybe it was 100% more, 100% oxygen, because there wasn't all these gases being created taking up the space. We were protected by the sun.
And there's multiple ozones, which don't have
Exactly. If you read the Bible, there are lists of people's names and ages that were written down. People used to live till 950 fucking years old.
What's his name?
It's insane.
I know who you're talking about. What's his name?
I can't.
I can't think of it.
Yeah,
either.
don't get me lying. I can't think of the name.
I know the name, but it's some
insane.
Greek name, a long Greek name.
Yeah,
but I know who you're talking about. And
But
that was the last recorded.
It's like
it was the last recorded. He was
there's
900
so
years old.
much.
Like 916 or something.
Exactly. Like it's. I think the Garden of Eden was on Earth. I think when Eve ate from the tree, and then Adam also ate from the tree, God found out they were naked. Oh my God, all this shit happened. Sin entered the world. That's when shit went south. I think that's probably when the North and South Pole froze over, was when we started getting hit with the sun's
you think
rays.
God, okay, so if we go back to what you're saying, the whole climate was different back then. So do you think it's possible? I mean, anything's possible. Especially with God, anything's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start walking on ceilings if He really wanted us to.
Exactly. Yeah.
But do you think, like the scientists have found, the rivers go to the North Pole, which would be the four rivers into Eden. And then whenever Adam and Eve sinned and were cast out, do you think God froze it over to hide it from everybody else?
I never actually thought about that. Like, that's
I mean,
I never thought about that.
That's
If I'm being
probably
honest,
why we can't find it.
I've never thought about that. That makes total
And,
sense.
I mean, we can't dig through thousands of years of ice to find something that was meant to be covered up.
Well, and they won't let us. Like modern day governments won't allow it.
Probably
And
why we can't go to the South Pole because the North and South Pole they flip. So I mean, since we can't go to Antarctica and the South Pole, that maybe that's where Eden is because at that time it was flipped the other way. So it's actually the North Pole then.
Yeah,
And now it's the South Pole now.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's an interesting theory, and yeah, I think it would also because people can't unless you're like a high profile scientist, you can't go to the South Pole. You can't go to the North Pole. You'll get fucking shot probably.
Yeah.
They don't
Arrested.
want anybody up here.
There's some guy that just flew this plane over there. He's going to all the continents. And he flew a plane and he, some Asian guy, he just got arrested. It was a little personal plane. He was hopping from continent to continent.
But
he
yeah,
went to
I
Antarctica
think
and
they're
got detained. It was like a year ago.
Because, and that's another thing, another like conspiracy kind of.
The ice wall.
Well, not just that, but I have a feeling that the government has to be hiding certain pieces of evidence for God's existence, because if God was proven real, so much of society would be entirely different. I mean, if we could get actual evidence, the amount of people that would believe. I mean, we'd still have unbelievers, the people that think all this crazy shit. But
and for me, it's really you can't comprehend God's work. Like you just can't.
No, it's beyond our reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, because like even if you look at it under the words of God, God created humans. God created man in His own image, which would mean God is humanoid. But on the galactic scale, that there's not some guy up here sitting in his recliner like throwing dust on a platform. Like that's not a thing.
It's extremely difficult to think about.
I think God created us in His own image that He imagined us to be.
And I don't think
because when you think of like the complexity of a human, that we are self-sufficient in ourselves.
We're perfectly made too.
Yeah,
we're almost perfectly made.
We have a way to create new life. We have a way to dispose of life. We have a way to heal ourselves. We have a way to digest ourselves. We have a way to we have a way to invent and create and
that no other
what's the mind thing, creating and all that stuff,
like imagination or a conscience. I mean, anything like that.
Yeah. So like that the complexity of that. I mean, it would have to be created in that image. I mean, the Bible was written in Hebrew with multiple translations throughout the years
And multiple authors.
And it could have been the words Hebrew to English to Arabic to whatever it gets translated to. The words aren't the same. So which we're gonna step left here for a second. So for unicorns, do you believe in unicorns? The horse with the horn.
Not really. I mean, I'm not.
So,
I haven't looked that into unicorns, honestly.
Well, there's two plausible things.
My little sister watching My Little Pony.
there's a handful of plausible things. It's possible that it could be because of a narwhal. A narwhal is a mammal with a horn, like with a spiral horn, like a unicorn. It's not a horn; it's a tusk. It's a tooth.
Yeah.
But the concept. So there currently is active a narwhal that is a mammal with a horn.
Yeah.
So
well, and we've got like rhinos. They're gigantic animals with large horns.
Which is bringing me to that. So in I think it's Greek, in the Greek writing of uni, meaning one horn. And then in some other language of corn means something. I don't remember off the top of my head what the actual definitions are, but in the two languages, when word A and word B are translated, it becomes unicorn, which is which in the aspect of it, it's it was described as one horn, which would be a rhino, and then, I guess that's what it was. It's I think it's Greek and something else, maybe Hebrew, Greek and Hebrew, but uni means one, and then the corn part was some other translation to horn. So in the two translations of unicorn, it was just a rhinoceros.
Huh.
So in the translate, because I made a joke to my friend about that one time.
Yeah.
That I was like, when you're expecting to see the mythical horse with a horn, also known as a unicorn, and then when you dig into it, you find out it's just a fat rhino.
Yeah.
And it was just a sidestep to the translation change that I was talking about from the Bible, from Hebrew to Arabic to whatever, Egyptian to whatever to English.
What?
But again, with the translation of image can be completely different. Like if we think of he created in the image of himself, is it image as in like if I give you a piece of paper and I'd say draw a cup, and I draw a cup. And then we
completely
our
two
cups are
different
completely
cups.
different.
Exactly. Yeah, it could
so
be.
It could
he could have meant like imagination, like his thoughts.
Image could be anywhere.
Exactly.
And again, the translation of image, maybe it's not self-image, maybe it's imaginary image, maybe it's perfect creation image, maybe it's image could be translated in so many different ways.
I have the feeling
I can't comprehend, which again on the galactic scale of God Himself, that I can't comprehend that we look like God.
See, and that's my thing. I think
there's, like I said, there's some guy up in his recliner throwing stuff on
I couldn't see that either.
Yeah.
And I think my personal theory and my thought on it is, if the translations are right and we were made in His image, that whatever He looked like, He made Adam and Eve. They had kids. Their kids had kids. Yada yada. That's a lot of inbreeding, and at this time, sin had entered the world. So
I don't believe that we all only came from Adam and Eve either. Just because like we would all be related, and just eventually we'd all be related, and it's just.
See, but that's my thing. I think we are all very distant relatives, and I think the reason that we look the way we do,
is because we're all inbred.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at. Is
there you have it. We're all inbred.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, If we go from the stance of Adam and Eve were the only two ever created, and then their kids are where we come from, so we're all related, that is literal centuries, like a millennium of inbreeding.
But also,
that's why we wouldn't look like God.
Let me throw this theory at you then. So if you say that, if you think we only came from Adam and Eve, that's all we came from. So now imagine that same theory. We'll picture the White House. So we start at the beginning of time with the White House. Who's the only people you know of in the White House right now?
What do you mean, like Trump and J.D. Vance and
their wives?
Yeah, their wives. That's right.
There's hundreds of people in the White House every day, all day.
Yeah.
There's cooks that live full time. There's security that lives full time. There's secretaries and maids, and there's all these people that live in the White House full time. Yeah. However, when we think about just the story of it, we only know of the president, the first lady, their kids, and the vice president. So when you think of it from the Bible in Eden, we only think of the importance of Adam and Eve.
Yeah, but see, I don't.
So even though the Bible just says He created Adam and Eve, it only mentions He created Adam and Eve. It doesn't say He created Adam and Eve and Mark and Jeff and Sarah and Caleb and but He only mentions the importance.
I could see that as a theory.
So because there's a theory a while back. Oh, not a theory. There's a scientific what if. If we went into a zombie apocalypse, or we had some kind of if the population was wiped out, the Earth's population was wiped out, that in order to continue life, we'd have to have a minimum of 5,000 people not related to bring society back to where it is now down the line. Because if 5,000 was the minimum to prevent the inbreeding and to keep society going, it was a minimum of 5,000. So maybe God created Adam and Eve first, and they had their kids, their 3 kids.
Yeah.
But then also he created everybody else.
But we're also, if
But-
you think about us, like if the population got wiped out and they say we need 5,000 for
Mm-hmm.
the inbreeding part, we are also extremely imperfect creatures now.
Mm-hmm.
If we go back to
If we were to restart
created,
now,
yeah. But if we restarted society with Adam and Eve again,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would be an issue because, like I said, we are all in my ideal.
when
or
God
in
gave
my
us free
belief.
will to eat the apple, that we sinned. So it's like, all right, well, do it, do over, do again, and again. And so which is our sins, our imperfectness, which then also bring you to how could somebody so perfect make something imperfect? But then that comes. It's going to be an endless circle because how
Yeah.
could somebody perfect make something imperfect? But to make something imperfect, he has to give us free will to make us imperfect.
Yeah.
Which would counteract his perfectness.
Yeah,
it's kind
just a
of
bit-
it's going
well,
to be it's going to be an endless circle.
That goes back to the can God create a boulder so heavy he can't lift it? That it's not a God isn't a
good
matter
theory.
of you can't use logic to prove God.
Right.
Like in
Yeah,
that
which
sense.
you can't because of the scale. You
Exactly.
can't.
He is so outside of logic. It's like you can't
You could
try
be-
and use
he
logic.
can be anywhere, everywhere, all the time, every time, and so. But yeah, that's gonna wrap that one up for this.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.